So is the broadcast having any effect?
Some outcasts loaded me up with gear. I think they're looking for an alliance.
Okay. So, I'm thinking... We're in episode 1, we have... Objective board checkers all the activities you have unlocked so far. On the left, the special operations section shows specific game modes like raids and ghost war PvP mode. Top the objective section shows collections to complete, equipment to track. Ways to upgrade non-player teammates. Speak to Maria. Now more about this. On the right, the faction mission shows missions you can take part on to help local factions and participate. Special events. At the bottom, the mission section shows the main and side missions linked to your adventure in Aurora. Stories divided in episodes you can access through tabs. Mission section is a voice create missions one after the other to follow the plot. So, essentially,
You think this was how things were going to go when Sentinel came in?
on the way off the island, we'll have that. I need to be a level 100 for that. That's really unhelpful. Okay, invite Fury, Vasily, and fix it.
Ready for a fight?
Okay.
Our mission here has been hard. So many lost. So many suffering. My closest allies. My brothers. Cut down by a man we once trusted. But we are ghosts. Alone, we are formidable. Together, we are unstoppable. Others have survived here, and I have found the deadliest. As a team, we will take the fight to our enemies. We will avenge our fallen. Because we are ghosts.
From Shakalaka.
Available at any point after you have reached Erewhon for the first time, Fury, Fix-It, and Vasily can be activated or dismissed at will. And from the beginning, you will be able to fully customize them. This customization includes all of the physical attributes, as well as gear, equipment, or even full costumes. Your teammates can be tweaked just as much as your main character, and they will always follow your own behavior. If you decide to go stealth, they will equip silencers and crouch, or go prone when possible. But if you decide to go loud and open fire, they will stick by your side. When deployed, you can issue different orders to your teammates through the order wheel. There are 4 different orders you can give to your teammates. You can tell them to regroup on your location, to hold their current position, to go to a specific location, and to open fire on nearby enemies. These orders can be given at any time, even through your binoculars and drone. Once they approach potential threats, the teammates will notify you and mark them automatically.
Got a hostile.
With a good look at your enemies, you will be able to set up a sync shot where each of your teammates picks a target. You can even link it to your 3 sync shot drones for a simultaneous 7-target takedown. The teammates have weapons equipped at all times, a versatile assault rifle to accommodate all situations, and a primary weapon that you will be able to fine-tune. Indeed, apart from mark upgrades and passive bonuses, the full gunsmith is accessible to your teammates, and their weapon of choice will have a direct effect on the battleground. Depending on the type of weapon they have equipped, the teammates will adapt their engagement distance and rate of fire, from close-distance shotgun wielding all the way to long-distance sniper shots. Of course, if you get taken down, your teammates' priority will be to try and rescue you. To achieve that, they will first focus their fire on the surrounding enemies before getting to you. And they will expect the same from you, especially as you will be able to carry them to safety if the situation requires it. We'll see you on the battlefield, Ghosts.
Okay.
You ever see yourself doing this?
Use this button to enable teammates. Use this button to customize. Okay. Customize teammate. Okay. So.
Anything different since that broadcast went out?
Some outcasts loaded me up with gear. I think they're looking for an alliance.
Laura. Literally the scar I have.
Will you ever see this coming? Don't know if you can. You ready for this fight?
think we'd end up here? So is the broadcast having any effect?
Some outcasts loaded me up with gear. I think they're looking for an alliance.
Feel that.
You think this was how things were gonna go when Sentinel came in? You ever see yourself doing this?
Okay, playing with at least one non-player teammate. This score makes teammates stronger, they gain XP alongside you, increasing your global team level. Increasing your team level unlocks new passives and abilities for your teammates. Teammate challenges, okay. Yep. Okay. Automatic marking. That's gotta be good, no?
Anything different since that broadcast went out?
Some outcasts loaded me up with gear. I think they're looking for an alliance.
You ever think we'd end up here?
Talk to Maria.
You ready for your personal tour of Erewhon?
Just don't forget to swing by the gift shop.
Never.
Bang, bang!
Now, the naval station closed down years ago. Who are these kids?
The birds and the bees, Nomad. We've got 3 generations living on this island. If I can be blunt, I don't like you soldiers being here. It puts these kids at risk. But my own man bleeds red, white, and blue, so we'll never turn our backs on you. I I can sort you out if you need any gear or supplies.
Nice.
You and your troops can bivouac over there. If you really get to feel froggy, you can talk to Sergeant Rowan Brown. He used to be Kiwi SAS. He likes scouting around the island for those elite troops. They call themselves wolves. Rowan likes picking fights with them. And over in our war room, we're working on our own logistics. You can usually find Mads in there. There's this Celtic engineer, Jericho, hanging around. She's worried about something big on another island. You might need to bring some friends with you on that picnic. So like I said, we will never turn our backs on you, but you better not do anything to put this community in danger.
Oh, I think you've got a hunch it's already in danger. But don't worry. I'll do my best to keep all of you safe.
Let's hope it's enough.
You ever see yourself doing this?
Okay.
What's the best way to customize my weapons around here?
Well, let's see. You're probably going to want a new scope, a couple of rail attachments, some bigger magazines, maybe even a new suppressor.
You know your stuff.
When we came out here, we were planning to survive.
Do you have anything you can sell me?
I don't have much, but you can take a look. I'll sell you what I can. If you need something I don't have, you can rummage through any military crates you stumble across. The more Sentinel Corp guns guarding them, the more likely you'll be interested in what they're keeping inside.
I like the way you think.
Are you ready for this fight?
Okay, what have we got? We've got weapons. M82. Pulling out guns for now. Some cool stuff. We'll take anything that's free. Can we find yeah, I want that. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Probably somewhat.
You ever see yourself doing this?
Okay. I want to see what that red. So we go to the weapon. Skills, objectives.
You heard from Samuel?
Not since last week.
Hey, don't be afraid. Couldn't help but overhear. There's some kind of problem?
We're not sure. Our friend, Samuel's missing.
A homesteader?
It used to be, before he decided he'd rather live by himself. No great loss, if you ask me.
He likes catching his own food. Says it keeps him closer to nature or something like that. And then he gives the furs and leftover meat to the camp. Never takes anything in return.
I don't get it. Sounds like he knows how to take care of himself.
Last week, he was down here hollering about running into a bunch of sentinels on his land. They said they carried away a couple of deer he caught, smashed up his traps, and then... this week, nothing. Samuel's always had a temper, but in this place, these days, you say the wrong thing to the wrong person, well, you know.
Yeah, I know. Hey, where are his usual stomping grounds?
He's typically around to the southeast of Garden Mangrove, northeastern part of Erewhon.
I'll see if I can find him. Thanks. Thanks. Take care of yourself.
So we can have. You can only equip any pin from the pin overlay menus. Display. Tab to display current range and manage them.
You okay? You seem gloomy.
No, I'm fine.
What?
Just been same old days. I'm fine.
Yeah, got some. I'm not really sure what's happening there. could spend all day just exploring this bit, couldn't I?
How's it going?
I'm good. But listen, I need to show you something. Over there on the table. Recognize him?
Yeah, his name is Victor Cost. He's old school Black Ops.
My guess is he's here with the CIA.
Well, if he is a mole, then he might be able to help us.
From what I can tell, his location is somewhere near the channels. You might want to start by looking there.
I'll head over and see what I can dig up. This was a good find.
Glad I can help, even if I am all dinged up.
Are you ready for this fight?
Nomad, Scott Mitchell here.
Sir, good to hear your voice.
I've seen the reports of your activity on Aroa. Good work. The conspiracy is degraded. But FSB has told us that Stone has aligned himself with a group of Russian ultra-nationalists. They have a stockpile of chemical weapons. We believe they intend to use the drone technology to conduct a coordinated terrorist attack against the U.S. Millions of American lives could be at stake. You're going to have to dismantle this new organization by eliminating their top leadership. Stone is the highest priority. I'm sending you an updated target deck with the HVTs. This comes all the way from the top, my friend. But with Congress and all eyes on us, we can't send support.
Copy all, sir. I won't let you down.
We're counting on you, Nomad. Good luck.
Of course we can, Jonas.
You think this was how things were gonna go when Sentinel came in?
Ready for units down the high, Colonel Scott Mitchell is the Ghost Commanding Officer. Okay.
How's your pal?
Holding up. Thanks for looking after him. You heard anything about a Lieutenant Colonel Walker?
That the guy that works with the troops call themselves the Wolves? Used to be Skeltech's military advisor. Heard he was an operator. You know him?
Yeah. Yeah, we met a couple times.
You got a mean look in your eye. You got big plans?
Know how I can get off this island?
Right. And leave us regular folk to fend for ourselves, huh? Auckland is 2,000 kilometers away. It's an awful long way to run with your tail between your legs.
I'm not running, Mats. The USS Wasp is a couple dozen clicks off the coast. If I can get there, I can come back here with some help.
The Wasp, huh? Not sure I'm fond of the idea of a bunch of squids running around our island.
There are a couple of jarheads on board, too.
Well, if that's the case... Look, I'll be straight with you. We know that we're no match for former Spec Ops. So some of our friends, homesteaders and Skell employees both, are leaving the island on a couple of boats. Can you get them protection on the Wasp?
Absolutely.
All right. I'll tell you where the boats are.
Okay. Also, you mentioned what's about the strike team. Look out the ghosts on the crash site. You heard anything about Lieutenant Colonel Walker? That's the guy that works with the troops that call themselves Wolves. Used to be Skeltech's military advisor. Heard he was an operator, you know? Must obtain a piece of information that can resolve an investigation. Sorry, I just obtained. Here is the pen in question. Who are the moth soldiers who execute the ghosts? Add shots on the walls. Here are the clues you've collected. Click here to resolve the investigation. Boom. Boom. Feel like I'm investigating.
Hi, stranger. That's a hell of a rig you got there.
Yeah, she's a beaut, ain't she?
This is just a little maintenance work. But yeah, we managed to set up a system of hydropower with parts printed by the 3D lab.
You printed the parts?
Pretty wild, huh? You should see the stuff Startup was putting together.
Hell, they could print much larger designs. Complex machinery, working parts, those kind of things.
Really?
This tech was invented to make the world accessible to everyone. When Sentinel took over the island, they started printing parts for their deadly drones. It ain't right.
Again with this? Look, we already know how you feel.
When I saw what they were doing with the program, I left. Joined up with the Homesteaders. But hey, if you're interested, why not check out the Startup?
Where's it at?
It's called Polymorph Modeling. It's down in the southeastern part of Smuggler Coves, west of the swamp.
Thanks. That means a lot.
I was trading gear with the out.